So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to give you an overview of the deck, and then ideas to make the deck a little bit more budget. This is Camland's Rank 12 Legend deck, and honestly, I really, really like it. A couple of things. One, it runs an extra 1-drop, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 viable 1-drops. Sidekick, you don't want to play on turn 1. It's pretty weak. And then you have a really good 2-drop, so your first 2 turns are really, really consistent now. You have 2 Spectral Sights that usually work out pretty well for you, but if it's not outcasted, then you still have these 2 as viable 2-drops, or a 1-drop Hero Power. You're pretty set. But then it also only runs 1 I-Beam and 1 Frenzy Fellwing. I like the 1 I-Beam because I've never really thought that it was super good in a tempo deck. Obviously, it's an objectively really high value good card, but in a lot of situations, I always felt like I'd rather have damage here, right? Like, it's good removal. It can help me get over some taunts and stuff. But personally, I think that having only 1 for the flexibility and putting in a Frenzied Fellwing for a little more aggression is actually pretty solid. And then the rest of it's your pretty standard build without the Priestess. So basically what you want to do is you want to play on curve. Obviously, 1-drop, and then turn 2, it's another 1-drop and a Hero Power, or a 2-drop. Turn 3, Frozen Shadow Weaver for sure. Satyr Overseer if you have Twin Slice in hand, or if you have a weapon on board so you can play him and hit for free on the same turn. Turn 4, Satyr Overseer Hero Power if you didn't have it earlier. Turn 5, Weapon Glavebound Adept, Twin Slice Glavebound Adept, or just play whatever cards that you possibly can. Turn 5 is probably Warglaves as well, actually, if you don't want to play the Adept. Turn 6 is for sure the Glavebound Adept with Hero Power. And Skull of Gul'dan potentially if you have Altruist in hand to set it up, but I'll get to Skull of Gul'dan in a second. And then turn 7 is Metamorphosis, so you can Hero Power, Metamorphosis, Hero Power again, and get the maximum value out of it. Skull of Gul'dan is a weird card, in my opinion, because it's a refill card. You want to use it super late game, in my opinion. If it's ever a choice between playing Skull of Gul'dan and maybe, like, a Frozen Shadow Weaver and Hero Power, I'd take the Shadow Weaver Hero Power until they, like, use their removal. Because any turn you're not applying pressure and tempo is a turn that you're, like, losing that pressure. And even if you draw some good stuff off of Skull of Gul'dan, if you lose pressure on board, you're kind of screwed, in my opinion. So I use Skull of Gul'dan pretty late. That's just my own personal preference. And to make the deck more budget, I'd probably run a Battle Lord. It's weird, right? But it actually helps into aggro matchups. Other tempo Demon Hunters will lose. Face and, like, aggro Hunters will lose. It'll help at least into aggro Warrior, which is generally a good deck into this one because you'll heal a little bit more after you trade. It's a pretty good replacement, and instead of Frenzied Fellwing, just put in another I-Beam or a Satyr Overseer if you can't afford the Epic. And I hope you guys enjoy the games. Oh yeah, and if there's anything I can do to improve the content for you guys, please let me know. I want to be as good as I possibly can for you. But if you already like my content, feel free to subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the games. Okay, so opening hand-wise, it's into a Mage. I-Beam is not really important. The Shadow Weaver is a nice 3-drop, and I have to think, do I want to mulligan for a 1-drop, or I mean a 2-drop, or do I want to just take the guaranteed really good 3-drop? Like, this is my best 3-drop. So I'm going to just keep this and hope to draw a 2-drop. I have 1 or 2 different ways of doing that. It's fine that I didn't. It's okay. We have 2 of them, actually, which is sick. We will play this. We'll apply some early pressure. Turn 2's a bit weak, but I could still draw an Umberwing, Chaos Strike, or Spectral Sight. Any of those are good. In fact, even a 1-drop is fine, so I can do that in Hero Power. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were like 12 cards I would have been more than happy with, and I happened to get one. So we just apply pressure. We hold on to Altruist. Hopefully draw Spectral Sight, Skull of Gul'dan to power him up at some point. And then that'll be our closer, I feel like. That and Metamorphosis, probably. This deck is... Demon Hunter is still very good. I think that after all of the nerfs, I think that the deck is slightly weaker. Right? I do think that the deck is definitely not as good as it once was way back when. Right? But that being said, it's still really, really strong, and I would recommend people playing it. It's moderately cheap. It does require 2 legendaries. You get Altruist by doing the solo adventure, so it's fine. It is moderately cheap, and I think that it's a very good deck in general. So, go ahead, play it, knock yourself out. Saving the Kayn Sun Fury for when he plays Cart Defender turn 6 or any other thing turn 6, because you know that's what he's going to do. We are going to freeze his face and trade these 2 things in, do 4 damage. turn 4, he's got no real removal. And he used the coin to put up the taunt minion. And because he played the taunt minion, it makes me feel like he doesn't have any actual removal, right? Why would he coin out that if he could coin out like a rolling fireball this turn and take less damage overall? Because now I have more minions on board, and I'm going to be doing more damage than he would have if he had just, like, chilled, you know? That's a bit of a bummer. We'll test it out. Okay. That kind of sucks, but we have really big units in hand, really big cards, so I'm not actually that concerned. We have a ton of damage still, so despite him wiping my board, I'm kind of sad that he had that removal, to be honest. I was just talking about how confident I was that he didn't have it, and then he went and he had it. He really did. I-beam, okay, how much does that? I-beam, hit, third hit, or 1, 2, 3. Like, both, all ways it takes... Ugh. I miss out on some damage to do it this way. But it's okay, it's fine. It's okay. That's a really nice card for him, to be honest, though. I get to essentially do 1 more damage to his face, play the Glaveborn Adept. If he plays a taunt minion, hopefully I can kill him. But, yeah, we really need to draw Skull of Gul'dan or Spectral Sight to refill. He had 2 really good plays into each other. That was really nice for him. But in theory, I think I should still win this. Kartut Defender on curve after Bone Wraith and Overconfident Orc. Not surprised. I knew it was going to happen, right? How could you not know that that was going to happen? This is lethal, right? I'm like pretty sure this is exact lethal. I can do math. No, it's not exact lethal. It's more than exact. Game's easy. But look at that. I told you we saved that for the Kartut Defender so he can't heal. I'm big brain. So this hand is very large. Most of the times I'd be happy with that, but in this case, I'm not. In most cases, I was talking about hand size in real life, but I realize now that explaining the joke just probably made it so much funnier. Anyway, we have a good 1-2. Dude! Oh my god, Twin Slice. Oh, if I can draw Altruis. Oh my god, if I draw Altruis, the game's over. The game's over. Altruis will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Like, that's so big. Oh no. Oh, no. No, stop. This is an order. Hit. Flood the board. I'm gonna just need to out-pressure him, right? That's essentially what I need to do. I can... Oh, my god. Twin Slice, Coin, Glavebound Adept the next turn. Like, that's the best I can do. Ooh, Skull of Gul'dan isn't bad. Obviously, it's kind of bad right now, but... it's fine. Oh, no. Maybe I shouldn't have hit. So that way I could have saved the coin. Or saved a Twin Slice, sorry. But it's fine. I have pressure on board. If I can draw Altruis, I literally just win. If I draw Altruis, the game is over. The game is done. Get in there and fight, maggot. Shut up. Oh. Did that just happen? Did I just win the game? Now hold on. That's just not fair. That's just not fair. I want him to commit more to the board though, right? Which is why I think I'm just going to play like a baby and do this. Because if he floods the board and I get Altruis off and I wreck him, he's done. His career over. Look at how much damage he's taking. He's dealing damage to himself. What? The fires of vengeance burn bright. Crazy. Crazy. Very crazy. But I think we just play him, right? I think we just play Altruis. And do a ton of damage. Like, what's the worst that happens here, right? There is no worst thing that happens. We pop off. This is so fair. I love this game. I'm just kidding. This is very frustrating if I were this guy. I beam it. Play this. And then hit him for 4. He is at 5 health. His board is empty. I hero power Glavebound Adept and I win. That's so dumb. Oh my god. Dude, drawing that was so nice. I'm going to be honest, if you're playing into an aggro matchup like Zulok, I actually might recommend keeping Altruis in the future. This is just something for me to play in the future. Because I had him in my opening hand, right? And I know that I keep him into like Murloc Paladin. Because if I play him with just 1 or 2 things, it can be a huge game changer. But I'm pretty sure into all aggros I should have. Like in my head, it was going to be Control Warlock and I needed the tempo. So I guess it was just I misread the deck. But I don't know. You can choose. Okay, so Frenzied Fellowing. It could be a free card. If he doesn't kill the Battle Mage turn 1 and I do this hero power, I can play Fellowing immediately. Altruis is greedy. I can try to draw him later. I'm not going to get super aggroed out at the beginning of the game because that's just not what rogues do. They're not like ridiculously aggro, but it's fine. So if he plays nothing, I hero power Frenzied Fellowing. And by play nothing, I mean doesn't kill it. He killed it. Kind of sucks, but it's not like I wasn't expecting that. I knew that that was a possibility. We'll just play the Umber Wing. We'll hit him in the face. These 1/1s can trade into the 3/1 effectively. He already used a backstab, so combo potential is down. I'm fine with it. Oh my gosh, the Evil Miscreant. Dude, his first 2 turns have been nuts. My god. We'll draw. We'll kind of just flood the board, I feel like. Vengeance! What a... Oh my gosh. Dude, whenever I hear that, it's just like... It tilts me, hearing Vengeance! I don't know. I've been hit too many times by a Demon Hunter to not get tilted when they say Vengeance! I've said that too many times. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Spectral Sight, I'm kind of sad that I drew it there because now I'm going to need to play another card to actually get it to be useful. Hopefully I can get a cheap 1 or 2 drop. That's nice. That's good. I'll take it. We get to draw 2. It's pretty value here. I could trade in, or I could just keep going face and be a smart Demon Hunter. No, we're gonna trade in. I don't want him to transform it or give it taunt or anything. I still have decent board pressure. I'll be able to play this Satyr Overseer next turn. Like, we're fine. It doesn't really matter. My hair is poofing out right here. It's kind of funny looking. I don't know why I thought that that was important enough to talk about, but I did. Not a fan. Not the biggest fan of that. But it's okay. We kill off 1 and we kill off a lackey. The 3/2 stays alive, but that's fine. Kill off a lackey just cuz. We'll kill off the taunt one because that's probably the most annoying one and pass. Next turn, I don't know if I want to Skull of Gul'dan or just play the 2/3 drops because the 2/3 drops could be nice. No, I can't play the 2/3 drops and hero power to get the Satyr Overseer, so I'm just gonna Skull of Gul'dan. Try to go for value. Try to combo him off. Maybe get like Altruis or something. Pop off a little bit. Feeling cute. Might pop off. You know. You know how it is. He's willing to take damage. That's crazy. Oh. Part of me wants to kill that and not play Skull of Gul'dan. Because if I don't kill that... Oh my god. I can't... Yeah, we're gonna go with this. I have to. I can't let him get Togwaggle off. Togwaggle's like better than Skull of Gul'dan. I can just play Skull of Gul'dan next turn and hopefully play something for 1 to capitalize. This little bit of hair is really annoying me. It really is. Maybe I should just get a pair of scissors and just thunk right here. That's a horrible idea. I'm not gonna actually do that, okay? I couldn't stand it anymore, so I went and did this. Dude, Glavebound Adept? That's sick, man. I'll trade this into that. Glavebound Adept that. Like, here's the thing, right? Here's why I'm okay trading into Rogue. Rogue doesn't have that many ways of, like, winning the game if you have board control, right? Like, I have board control. He can't really deal with this unless he gets Galakroned and gets something really, really good off of it, like Faceless Corruptor and some, like, minion to activate it with and stuff like that. I don't foresee him and he's only invoked twice, so he only gets to draw 2 cards. That's fine. Like, I can still trade my 6/4 into that, or just Skull of Gul'dan and search for options to kill it now. Like, this is more than fine. I'm perfectly content with this. And if I draw the glaives, like, no! You're kidding! Okay. Well, I did draw the glaives, but the glaives I needed to draw with, what's it called? I needed to draw the glaives with Skull of Gul'dan. There we go. That's words. Freeze his face. Hit him for damage. I mean, does this really matter? What does this do when he plays a spell? Yeah, I literally don't care about that. He can play Togwoggle. If he wants to play Togwoggle next turn, I win. Unless he, for some reason, runs Prep, which he does not. So, essentially, I have won the game. Unless he has one more Lackey in hand. It's the spell one. He discovers Prep. He plays Togwoggle. He preps. And then plays Wand for 1. Like, that's the only way he could do it for 8 with the information that I had of him. Another game, another win. This deck is sick, dude. Holy.